Disassembly and cleaning of your OMNIfogUSA Patriot model. First thing that you'll want to do is remove the blower from the nozzle. Withdraw the reducer if you've used it. Unscrew the jam nut. Set it aside. You'll notice the bayonet stays in place. You'll want to take a Sharpie and mark right here onto the body, across the bayonet, the serrated bayonet adapter onto the body, so that you can line it back up and it'll fit right with your blower, proper fitment with the blower. Remove this serrated bayonet adapter. The next thing that you'll want to do is remove the bottle adapter, which is this part right here where the bottle screws in. Simply press on you're going to hear a little snap. You'll press on this little tab right here, which is also the breather for the bottle. You'll do the same thing on the opposite side. You'll see that there's a little crack that shows here. Then what you'll do is you'll just wiggle it. The tube will come right out of the bottle adapter. You can set the bottle adapter aside. The next thing that you'll do is unscrew the metering needle. You'll know when it's been withdrawn because it becomes loose. You'll just keep turning it and pulling it at the same time, very lightly. The next thing that you do is we want to get the vortexing and the vortex nozzle and compressor out. So we will push with your finger on the inside of the vortex, and it will begin to slide on these two rails that are here. What I like to do at that point is just simply grab onto the tube, pull the tube and the unit out in one piece. Push a little bit of tubing through at the same time so that you've got some area to work, like so. Don't pull it all the way through, you'll have to feed it back. Grab onto the assembly, grab onto the tube with your fingers, simply pull and twist at the same time, and it comes right off. This is the metering block. This is the input. That little nozzle you see on the inside is the droplet nozzle. And basically what you'll do is run some water through here. Run some warm water through this orifice here. Make sure that it's coming out of the nozzle. You can put your finger right over the top of the metering needle threads and let some water run through. Once you know that it's cleared out, just put it right back together again. If this assembly comes apart, it is held together with pins. There's a pin here and a pin here, and just simply re-engage the pins again. You'll have no problem, it'll stay together. Reassembly is the opposite. Take the unit, metering and vortexing unit, place it on the tube, push the tube all the way down. You'll then take the unit and make sure that you have the hole, the metering needle hole at the bottom to line up with that hole, because if you put it in upside down, you'll just have to take it apart again. And you'll notice that there are two vertical right here and here, and there are two horizontal here and here. So what you'll want to do is just take this meter and vortexing assembly and just put it right on the two horizontals like I've done here, and just slide it in place. You can see it's right engaged right on the track, and just slide this right down. And you'll notice it's not seated all the way. So what I like to do is just push on it with my finger to the point where it just seats right down there, and then it looks exactly how it looked before we took it apart. Now the way that you'll know that you have it lined up properly is when you insert this needle back into place, it's either going to thread in straight or on an angle. For instance, right now, it's on an angle, so we don't have it pushed down all the way. So what we want to do is push a little bit with our finger, and now you can see it's nice and straight. Then you'll take the needle, and it just real easily just guides right into place. The threads line up. There's no cross threading. It's nice and easy. Just turn it in till it seats all the way. Then you'll see that we've got a lot of excess tubing in here. Pull the tubing back. Insert the tubing. Giving it a little twist at the same time because this is a silicone tube and it's kind of sticky. Line up your little tab here with the bottom, through this slot and with the bottom of the knob. Snap it into place and we're ready to go. The one thing that we'll want to make certain is that the check valve is in place, so you can just kind of put your finger in here and just make sure it's not loose. Reassembly, take your bayonet, line it up, unlined up again, put your jam nut on, put your adapter back in place, and you're ready to go. Once you get this all assembled and put your bottle back on, you can then run your test and recalibrate it to the desired droplet size.